is Physiotherapy Month, so it makes sense to talk about the related issues in this week's Wellness Wednesday. Ergonomics are a very important part of everything we do, whether we're at work or play, but there's no denying that modern technology, especially the portable kind that's always in your hands, can lead to physical ailments.
Including for your kids if they're already kind of glued to those iPads or cell phones. So we're turning to Justin and Nelin, the husband and wife physiotherapy team behind Myofascial Canada. Welcome to the show. Thanks so much for coming in from Mississauga this morning. It's great to see you. So I think we should start by talking about what exactly is tech neck. All right.
Absolutely. So everything we do happens in front of us. We sit to eat, sit to read, sit to drive. We spend way too much time on our own devices. We're even at your workstation, and we simply do it very mindlessly, right? We don't really move around much, right? Because everything's happening in front of us, we get really stiff and tight, and a lot of the muscles are adapting to being in this position looking down. So you start to develop things like neck pain, jaw pain, headaches, or migraines. You could even potentially start to experience weakness or discomfort in your fingers, your hands, and we start to wonder why we're dropping things more and becoming more and more uncomfortable with our devices. Interestingly, the position of looking at your phone to write a text actually adds up to 60 pounds of pressure on your neck. Wow. And to put that in perspective, that's essentially more than the allowable weight limit for most airlines for luggage.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
That's a really good sort of context to put it in. Before we move on about, symptoms, etc., I'm curious how much your business or your practice clinic, etc., has seen people coming in with these kind of ailments and complaints.
Quite a bit. It's certainly one of those things where it sort of comes on slowly and people don't really notice it until it gets bad.
Yeah.
And then they come in for other issues that they don't think are related. But almost 100% of the time we are helping people reset their posture.
Yeah. And so what are some of the symptoms then?
So some of the symptoms would be, pain in the neck, pain in the shoulders, headaches. People come in complaining of like chronic migraines sometimes. Even something like tinnitus, people are starting to notice. And then, of course, in the arms and hands, people are coming in with seemingly bilateral carpal tunnel, which is actually really rare to have it on both sides, but it's because it's coming from the neck.
Interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, the body is all connected, right?
Absolutely.
Like it's this holistic thing. So let's talk about, kind of the name behind your company, Myofascial. So what is fascia and myofascial release? This is like a treatment we're talking about, right?
Absolutely, yes. So the fascia is the connective tissue system of the body. So it functions very much like a three-dimensional web. So we've got like a little
I love the picture that.
demonstration
Cool,
here.
yes.
So you imagine this.
So this
glide,
is essentially what's going on inside your body. So this would be the connective tissue. But it's continuous from head to toe, and it supports not just your bones and muscles and ligaments, but it also supports all of your internal organs, your brain tissue, your nervous system, your vascular tissue. And so when it's healthy and everything's good, you're asymptomatic, right? But when it is restricted, it sort of gets like stuck down like that. And that creates this crushing pressure on all those pain-sensitive structures, up to 2,000 pounds per square inch. So it can really significantly limit your mobility and those structures from being able to function properly, like your nerves and blood vessels.
So before we get into avoiding it, can you repair it? Can you fix it?
Yeah.
What do you do? Yeah.
Yeah, the issue is not one of strength, right? Our bodies are great at trying to keep us safe and support us. The issue is those imbalances and the pressure it's causing. So ultimately, the goal is going to be twofold. One, it's restore that motion by working on, stretching through the front of the body, opening up the front of the body, and then also working a little bit on postural setting and building that resilience in gravity to restore a healthier position in space.
Okay, so we have a few more seconds here. Maybe you can just show us some exercises that our viewers can do at home, or what you can use us as, your guinea pigs right now.
Exactly.
To show us what we can do to kind of alleviate some of that discomfort.
Fantastic. So
Absolutely.
A simple one that you can do sitting at your desk right now is if you place your hand at the base of your chest and throat area, put a little bit of pressure in and downwards, and just notice how that tissue feels. If there's any stuckness, most of the tension you'll feel will be in this plane of motion. And then from here, elongate through the back of the top of your spine. Think about getting nice and tall. And while you're doing that, allow yourself to just gently shift or glide. You can rotate, you can open your jaw and move around a little bit. You're basically just feeling into some of those natural self-corrective processes our body knows how to do, but we've domesticated ourselves into avoiding because of our patterns and postures.
Right.
So that you would hold for at least 5 minutes. That's the sort of
5
the
minutes?
magic when it comes to myofascial release versus other stretching approaches. At 5 minutes physiologically, there's these deep changes. Your body actually releases its own anti-inflammatories and vasodilators, blood vessel opening chemicals that help you to heal physically as well as physiologically as you're restoring the tension.
I can just feel something just between my shoulders just now after doing that. Just feeling a little bit of. Can you just look at someone and go, "Oh, you probably have tech neck"? I mean, are you able to sort of diagnose that? Like
You
if you're
can't turn
looking
it
maybe
off.
at my posture or whatever, like
Or whether or not someone's a gamer. Like, yeah.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, we always see like standing in lines, especially when we
Right.
have the time, we can't really turn it off. But honestly, one of the easiest things you can do to help prevent tech neck and to relieve it is, first of all, just hold your phone up
Hold
to
your
eye
phone
level.
up, yeah.
I know it's harder, but what's worse is when you're getting into this posture. If you notice you're getting there, take a moment to just reset the posture. Imagine like a string pulling the spine upwards. That's a really good cue for you to reset the posture. And then, when you do that, just hold the phone up here.
Get it on a tripod. And
Yes.
scroll this
Yeah.
way.
good tips there. Okay, really appreciate
Okay.
this. Thanks for joining us on Wellness
Thank
Wednesday.
you so
We
much.
appreciate this.
Appreciate it.
Okay, back with more breakfast coming up.